Hey folks, Jeff from Missile with Northman here. So yeah, we're outside. It's cold, it's blowy, but we got stuff that needs to be done. And today we're getting rid of these factory vacuum. Well, they're not really. Well, they are vacuum, but they're the manual hubs for the. This is an 03 F250. I think this is from a 99 to 04 is what these are. So what we're going to do is replace these. Since these are wore out, they're not engaging very well anymore, and we're going to replace them finally with a nice set of Warn premium locking hubs, so manual locking hubs. So there are a few tricks. It's been a while since I've done this on any truck, so hopefully I'll get this all done right on video, but I'm just going to do it live, not live, but real time, because there are a few little tricks to it. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself, because like I said, it has been a while. I have no idea if this thing's going to come off smooth or if there is some corrosion around the outside. So hopefully there's no corrosion on the inside. This is the side of this truck that's not locking in. The passenger side is, so if there's going to be any trouble, it's probably going to be right here. But anyway, so and I guess for reference, this is for Warn part number 38826. Right there. That's what we're installing. It's the premium manual hubs from Warn for the 99 to 04 Ford F350. Now these do match, or they do work on other makes and models. I think Chevy and Dodge both have the Dana 60 up front that these will work on. Though there are some differences as far as the application. From what I understand, what I remember, these bolt right in. You don't have to take the snap ring off or anything like that on the inside of the hub. So here we go. Oh, I guess before we get started, a few tools. Some needle nose pliers. I have the bent kind as well as the straight, just in case. A little pick, and then this, you're supposed to be using an Allen key. I'm not really driving it in with this, but this is just a little Torx wrench to make it easier. And then an inch pound, because there is a torque requirement on the Warn when we get to it. Also, on this specific model, a lot of people don't understand that there's a vacuum system that actually engages these hubs if you don't lock them in yourself. So when you're done, and I'll show you this on the tail end of the video, when you're done, you have to actually disengage that vacuum system, and you can't just let that vacuum tube hang out there, you know, for dirt and all that stuff. So you can do a variety of different I guess seals, but I'm using just some rubber cap vacuum hose replacements. This size, and I'll show you, 7/32, and this one's a 3/8 for the actual hose. So anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Let's get on to the work, right? Hopefully this will go smooth. All right, so first off, you got to take this little, it's not really a snap ring, but it's just a little compression ring. You got to take that off. Yeah, there we go. From there, in theory, this thing should just pop right out. Hopefully it's not corroded. We lucked out. Cool. It doesn't look all that bad, but this is the factory hub right there. So all right, so with that done, now the Warn kit comes with a couple different pieces that you're gonna need. First off, a little O-ring. This goes along the outside of the hub, just like so. The other piece is a snap ring, and what I've done in the past is these things are just kind of like a little slinky, right? Just like this. What I've done in the past to make it easier if you have to take these things off is take this little tab right there. I don't know how well you guys can see it. Just take that little tab and just bend it just a tad bit, and that's just to get a pick or a needle nose pliers up underneath when this thing's installed. So it should look, I don't know where it is, there it is, about like that, right? Okay, so make sure this is going to go to the outside, the piece that you bent, so keep that up. From here, you're just going to take the Warn hub. There's the teeth, and the teeth in the middle teeth on the outside, you got to line these up because there's the actual shaft and there's the hub that have teeth on it too. So it might take a little bit of finagling to get that thing in, because you got to line up 2 sets of teeth, and sometimes that takes a little bit of doing. Got to hold your tongue right, all that good stuff. Here, I thought I was going to have trouble taking it out, having more trouble putting it in. Come on. Got the inside. Come on. All right. Like I said, you got to hold your tongue right. Of course, it's snow and all that stuff. Just that's okay. Reset, start over. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done one of these. There is a little bit of a touch to it. And the tolerances are kind of tight. Oh man, it's embarrassing me. Not quite. And this is, you don't have to force it. That part I do know. See, I'm getting the inside, but I'm not getting the outside for some reason. There we go. All right. Like I said, tongue, gotta hold it right. Okay, so from here, you're going to take the new hub. There's a spring in here, and there is a little clip mechanism on there. This spring, make sure it's engaged in the clip, and on both of these, one of them was engaged, the other one wasn't. It's pretty self-explanatory on how that gets in, but should you look just like that, and make sure you have the O-ring, because that's going to seal around the outside of the hub, right there. Okay, then I don't know if you guys can see how well you can see. Put this down for a second. So on the worn hubs, there's 3 little, I guess, holes, and on the new hub, there's 3 shafts. I shouldn't say shafts, nipples, something like that. Well, these 3, you'll understand when you get to it. These 3 have to all line up, and I guess I'm gonna helps if I get some of these ready to go. There we go. And these are just the bolts that it's got to be all. There we go. All right. Okay, so take the 3, line it up with the 3 inside. Just like that. And again, don't really snug them down, because you got to put in a bunch of them. It's just like a lug nut, so you go in a star pattern. Once you get the first 2 in, you can kind of let go of the hub, or the new hub. So it's basically installed at this point, but there should be I'm missing one here. Great. Nope, still in the back. So like I said, there's 6 of them. You just go around in a star pattern, as you cinch them up. And these are aluminum screws going into a steel body, so you definitely do not want to over torque. You will mess up these screws. So we're just getting them started, the first couple threads, and what you'll see is as you start getting them down, it'll start pulling that hub into place. And again, just like a lug nut, go in a star pattern, go a little bit down, and then switch. Now, Warren calls for 35 to 40 inch-pounds on these. So if you don't have, I mean, that's not very strong, not very tight, but I have found over the years that there's a reason why there's a torque setting or torque rating. And you better adhere to it. So, because either it's going to be too light or too heavy. So you can see as I'm going in the star pattern, you know, some of them are backing out because it's sucking this whole hub back up into the assembly. But yeah, so 35 to 40 inch-pounds, and that's not much. It's basically a snug, but if you need an excuse to buy another tool anyway, an inch-pound torque wrench is a good excuse. That's what this is. So I think I already got it set for 35. So yeah, just gonna, now this one doesn't make a lot of noise, it's more of a feel thing. I'm a ways away. Yeah, ways away on that one. All right, getting close. All right. So this one, it's not very audible. Sucked up in there. Yep. Guess it did not lock. Dang it. Oh, you know what I forgot? Stupid me, right? All that talk about this freaking little snap ring. Damn it. Well, I told you guys I was going to show you all the screw ups. Well, here you go. There's a screw up. So now I got to take all these off. Bummer. Maybe there's some of you guys in there that are going, yeah, Jeffrey, you forgot. We saw it happening. What are you going to do? Actually, you know what you're going to do? You're going to take all this stuff back out and reinstall properly. Because sometimes you're a dumbass. Like I said, it's blowy, it's cold, light. I'm losing light. I'm trying to get this done. And these little thin little Craftsman, whatever. These little thin neoprene style gloves are not very warm. So yeah, I think a lot of other channels, since I got time to talk, a lot of other channels would probably stop the camera and reset. That's not what I'm going to be about. I'm going to show you guys my screw ups, my wins and losses. That's what I'm saying. Because to me, authenticity and integrity matters. All right. You know what the crappy part about this is, though? The real crappy part is I'm gonna have to put this freaking little gear back in there again. So, all right, let's start over, do this right. Okay, so got the old hub out. The new hub is right here. We got to line up the inner teeth with the outer teeth on the truck, and hopefully this one will go smoother than the first time. Maybe. I forgot how I held my tongue the first time. Yeah, definitely not holding it right. Yeah, well, it was going to be a short 5 or 8 minute video. It's turned into a 10-minute video. All right, there we go. All right, snap ring this time. So the trick to these, since I forgot the first time, the trick is to open them up, find the other end that you did not, make sure you take the end that you did bend out. That's going to go to the outside of the truck. The trick to these, just like a slinky, take the inner side, that one, and you're going to start on that end, and you're just going to kind of roll it in. There's a little groove in there. You just kind of roll it in there. And it's not going to seat all the way because we're not that lucky. But you want to make sure it's all the way in that groove. There we go. All right, and the test will be when we reinstall that hub, and as we start tightening these little bolts down again. If that starts pulling out, then yeah, the seat the ring seal didn't seat, or not the ring seal, I'm sorry, the snap ring. And it's really not a snap ring, technically. I don't think that's in there right. All right. Okay, so just like last time, you're going to take the 3 triangle, line it up with the 3 triangle, have one of these now, of course, got a little bit of grease all over my gloves, so everything's a little slippery, but that's life. Okay, so we got the first 2 in there. Just gonna kind of throw the others in, make it a little bit easier on myself. Like I said before, kind of do it as a star pattern. You don't want to load up one side any more than the other. And you're going to know pretty quick, kind of like what we learned last time. Well, the first time we put this in, it was starting to pull back out, and that's, you know, how I remembered that we had to put that little ring in there. So it looks like it's just sucking everything up the right way. Fingers crossed. the grease is making it hard to grip. Okay, once you get them all kind of not hand tighted down, make sure you're going in the right direction. And again, 35 to 40 inch-pounds. So just like our lug wrench, start on one end, and you won't hear it on this particular one because it does not click. You'll feel it. So you may not see or hear it on my end, or I mean on the camera. And I'm not going all the way down. I'm going to do it in 2 stages. All right. Last one. All right, so this will be the second stage, and we're going to go down to the 35, or I think I have it at 37 or something. I split the difference. I usually do that if there's a range. Kind of try and get as close to the middle as I can. Okay, so final step. That's all nice and secure. Final step, like I said at the beginning, there's the vacuum system that that the OEM hubs utilize to lock if you don't use the locking hubs. So I'm gonna move this camera, get some of this stuff out of the way real quick. We've got to go over into the front here. So what we're looking for, get this all lowered down so you guys can see. Alright, so what we're looking for here, I don't know if you guys can see it. Should have brought a flashlight, but I lost light a lot faster than I thought. So on the front side of the spindles, right here, there's the vacuum hose. It's just gonna basically be pressed on. Hopefully you guys can see all this. Here, actually, let me grab my flashlight or my phone. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is the vacuum tube. It was sitting there right there. So you're gonna grab this on the front side of the hub. That's just gonna pop right off, right? And so you're gonna want a to seal off those joints. So I think, what did I say, 7/30 seconds? That just slips right over that one. And then I'm not gonna be able to do it with one hand, but I got the 3/8, and that's just to go right above or right over the hose. Now what I'm gonna do is, once I get that done, I'm gonna kind of cinch some of this up, cinch all this up so that you don't have this hose dangling around into your U-joints or into your brakes. I'm just gonna kind of pull it up so it's all out of the way, and then zip tie it so it's nice and tight and it's not gonna cause any interference. So with all that said, so ends a short, what was gonna be a short installation of these damn hubs. Sorry about the screw up, but hey, you know, like I said, we're gonna show you the screw ups and the and the winds. But that's how you install them. Make sure you seal off both sides. Both knuckles have those little vacuum systems, and you should be good to go. So with that, what was going to be an 8-minute video turned into a 25-minute video, just like that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks, everybody.